going to do is, in the dense 01, we're just going to right click, bring up our layer styles. We're going to go for a bevel and emboss, and now we can unhide our background layer to see how that's reading, and it looks pretty good as is. We'll just go into that bevel and emboss and just slightly change the size a little. Let's bring the size down to about 2. See how that looks, and that's going to work quite nicely. That's probably all we need for those. And if we just bring up our layer styles, Control C, and then in the dense 2, Control V. And if we come back into our master, we'll see that we have our checker plate now. And there's probably one more thing that we can do with our base plate here. We're going to right click, layer styles, gradient overlay, and we'll go into our gradient. We'll change our angle to about 45 degrees, make it minus 45. I like the dark on the right hand side a little better. We'll just go into our edit gradient, and if we just reduce this black to a little bit more of a grey, and we'll reduce this white to a little bit more of a grey, but then in the middle we'll create a new swatch and just give it a little bit more of a highlight through the middle, and that's looking pretty good. Come back to our master, and our checker plate is looking pretty cool. Okay, so we need to just start to think about the colors and the contrast, but for the end effect I wanted to use a light, so it's important to get that into the scene before we start tweaking with colors. So if we just select new light, and we want a point light, 150 is fine, all those settings seem fine, we'll click OK. And what we want to do is we just position this light up at the top here, and in our layers I want to switch all of our layers to 3D layers. And if I take my light, just go to a top view, just bring it over a little closer to the panels. I'm going to take my BG comp and just push it back